Hello, welcome one and all to the glorious SNES or SNES stream if you're normal. I'm rocking some brand new audio configuration because I keep somehow messing that up. Hopefully this time I've struck a much better chord between my like speaking voice and me like screaming and laughing and doing silly things. This hopefully will not clip the mics or my mic and hurt everyone's ears. Which that's probably going to happen because I got some pretty interesting games today. I got some SNES today. I have 4 games lined up. We're gonna see if I can get through all 4 of them. I did pick up some work recently, so I might have to get back to that. But that's depends on if this third-party PS4 controller charger actually charges anything or not. I'm doubtful. We'll see. But we got 4 games. To start, I want to do some F-Zero. Recently picked that game up. I've never played an F-Zero in my entire life, so this will be a very interesting stream to start learning how to play F-Zero. This very high-paced racing game. And then we also have Super Punch-Out, Super Mario World, and Plock. If anyone knows what Plock is, I think most people know Plock from the boss fight theme. I think that's where most people know Plock from. But yeah, let's hop this over to the blue screen, and I will get this show on the road. Probably gonna lift the volume here. Yeah, we'll just pull it all the way up because whenever I talk, I'm gonna reduce the audio anyway. So, anyway, sorry y'all. Yeah, hi. Let me just break into the casual stuff. Hi, welcome to stream. Very interesting one today because I don't usually stream it like, for me right now, it's 8 p.m. right now for me. I usually do not stream this late at night. I try to keep it like midday. Like I usually stream at 12. I don't know what any of these are. I think Night League is like the baby beginner, which is what I need. And when I say I haven't played this in my life, I was kind of lying. I did play a little bit before stream to know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't typically try to stream so friggin' late in the day. But I was given a humble request to look after a friend of mine's animal while they were away for the day. So that is why I had to postpone. Because a dog needed a friend. You know, I think the initial like, holy crap, this might be hard, came from me watching high-level play of F-Zero and never touching it myself. But I've always wanted to play it because it looks like super duper fun, especially at high level. I eventually want to start like playing and doing more with like F-Zero 99 on the Switch. So the first time I was introduced to F-Zero like as an actual thing was through Nintendo Land, the pack-in Wii U game, which not the greatest at teaching you what what F-Zero is really about. But it does a decent job. I do know that F-Zero X is a lot closer, but I don't know. The F-Zero that's captivated me is definitely this one. And I don't know. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, but that's because I'm winning. I'm doing well. Oh shit. I was winning and I was doing well. And I can imagine at higher speeds this is like insane. And especially with like F-Zero 99 when you're like going up in a race against 99 other people, it can be pretty insane. And then for everyone who is on my Discord, if you're not on there, get on. I don't know. I want to pressure people to get on the Discord. They don't want to be on there. The one thing you're missing out on, besides me talking about the content I make, because I do occasionally pop in there with like updates on videos and stuff, which I unfortunately don't have very many today. But I'll talk about those towards the end of stream or middle stream whenever I decide to. But I also post the my retro game collection in there, everything I get every week or every couple weeks or so. And I had a pretty big week this week. I did not think I was going to, but the place I get all my retro stuff from recently stocked a Dreamcast, and Dreamcast was on my list of consoles to collect for. And holy crap, the Dreamcast is such a cool little console. However, I did not realize how expensive the games were to collect for it. Like, on average, like, the big hitters were going for, like, I don't know, they were going, like, well over 40 bucks. I was gonna get Crazy Taxi with it, because Crazy Taxi is, like, the Dreamcast game. Or not, like, it's not the Dreamcast game, but, like, the Dreamcast version of Crazy Taxi is, like, the definitive version of Crazy Taxi, according to a lot of people. So I wanted to play it on that console. But, someone bought it before I could actually go and get it, because I forgot that they were selling it. What does that floor do? Is that a blue... Is that, like, ice? It didn't feel like ice, but it also didn't really feel like anything. But yeah, the games are pretty pricey. I grabbed Code Veronica, which I think was like, I think they were selling it for like 43, which is it's quite pricey. But the later I've gotten into my Resident Evil collecting, which my Resident Evil collection is my biggest collection. The more I've gotten into like that collection, the more and more expensive the games have become. Like I started with like the games being like around like $15, collecting like 6 Village, etc., like secondhand copies of those, and we have now grown to spending like a little over $100 on Resident Evil Deadly Silence, which I don't really have the money for, but it's like my one hobby. So I do this thing called making excuses. It's like the A button like does this weird thing. I've never quite figured out exactly what it is. But I guess in later levels I might learn. I know there's like a drifting button with the R bumper, right bumper. I've been kind of using it, but it you drift pretty good using it. Oh, I don't think I'm getting first place this time. I did too much drifting. That's fine. Oh no, I can slow overtake. I still have this. Come here, you yellow bitch. I'm hoping one day I can like show off my Resident Evil stuff like professionally, because I do want to make. Maybe I can do like with this recent project, because the next project, if you've been following along, is going to be a Resident Evil related thing. I'm thinking to do the next My Time With game with Resident Evil, because it's like a pretty digestible, easy to do one, because I have all the consoles with all the games, and I have all the necessary digital versions on Steam. I could easily just record a playthrough of all those and just make a video. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I might just show off the collection in there. The issue is I don't know how interesting that would be for people to watch. Oh, is this all left turns? We're doing mostly right turns. Oh no, we're still doing right turns. I think every level, the walls definitely hurt you a little bit more. Because the last level I was taking like minor hits, and I was not taking those minor bruises like I was before. I really need to get a second controller, so I can like force one of my friends to come over and face me at F-Zero, and I can watch as I totally get destroyed, because I'm still a very baby beginner, and I know a bunch of my friends have played the NSO version on Switch. And if they haven't done that, then they my voice is just disappearing. If they haven't done that, then they've definitely played the original version or other games. So I would likely get creamed in that instance. I really love the SNES because for a lot of companies, it was like the first console that their like games were getting big on. Like Squaresoft, what would eventually become Square Enix. They did make things like I believe Final Fantasy for the NES and stuff like that, but a lot of those games didn't like take off until this console, especially in the West. Like Secret of Mana was a big one they had on this console. One that I've considered buying all of twice, and then promptly both times I go, nah. But they also have like Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is huge on the SNES. If I were to buy a copy of Chrono Trigger on the SNES, it would easily become the most expensive game I've ever bought. So those suckers go for quite a lot of money. I was about to say I think I've gotten a hold of like the drifts. Clearly not. Clearly I have not gotten a hold of or hang of any of that. Oh, I just remembered something. I am so sorry, everyone. I was supposed to yesterday. I was on a friend of mine's stream. I co-starred, and I was supposed to talk about it. I was supposed to have added everyone in the Discord and mentioned it on my channel that I was going to be there, and then I didn't because I was lazy and smelly and awful. But the VOD is still up on his Twitch, which I might link after the stream. I should have remembered that before the stream to link it now. But her name is Xenolay3021 on YouTube if you want to go check out his content. That's a Xenolay 3021. I doubt there's too many of those on YouTube, so please, if you want to support a friend, go check them out. Definitely say it makes very interesting content compared to the norm, but it's still good content. I think most of what the work he does is audio, which is pretty neat. I definitely need to get better at doing audio, that's for sure. Like I should be more clear. It's not necessarily audio, it's he does music covers and other versions and such. I will destroy the screen player like that. It's just gonna do it. I'm getting bumped around by him left and right. I have a very toxic habit in racing games where I do not let off the throttle even a little bit when I really, really should. Like, it would be in my absolute best interest to let off the throttle, and I still don't. Though I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like that, because it seems like a lot of people race just full throttle all the time. I mean, you wouldn't have the term full throttle without that kind of behavior. You know, I didn't keep him from the booster, but I did keep him from passing me. How did the pink guy go and get in front? The yellow just like went... Oh no, yellow's still way ahead. I was not paying enough attention. At some point, I became like super skewed, and I don't know what happened. Damn. I feel like I had a lot more power there, but no. Well, that's the first wipeout. Can I just try like that specific level again? Awesome. Oh, I have like little lives in the bottom that I can use as like retries. Okay, I see. Okay, I think that's where I became skewed, is at the very, very start I got bumped. And I never fully recovered. Okay, you really have to dead on that sucker to get the speed boost. That's definitely where I'm losing my time, is by not getting the speed boosts. Like I'm coming out of corners too fast and too tight. I can't like afford to like get out a little, even like a little bit to even try and hit those. I wish there was like a button I could do to like just make myself like totally straight angled. That would be awesome. Okay. All I need to do is hold this position and not blow up like last time. Easier said than done. I say on the easiest circuit, not map, but like circuit of the game. I'm gonna get past here. It's gonna happen. Why not? Okay. Neat. Yeah, as I was saying a little bit ago, a lot of different companies and developers got their start on the SNES, which alone makes it like just like a god console for that reason alone. I think in the description of this stream, I put the reasoning I even bought a SNES, which was to play Super Mario Kart, so the first Mario Kart game, because I want to get like a master collection of all the Mario Karts at some point, which I'm really close to doing if I just sucker up and actually buy the Mario Karts instead of buying like every other game under the sun first. I think this is it. I think I'm finishing in like third or second now. Yeah, finishing third. Oh well, I'll take that. That little kerfuffle there caused me to lose my memory. I have no idea what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, Mario Kart. I bought the console to play Mario Kart, and then I ended up never getting Mario Kart. Or at least I haven't yet. I'm going to at some point. That's like a given. If I buy a console specifically for like a particular game, I do always end up getting that game. It'll often just take a little bit if I don't immediately get it. Like the NES I got primarily to play like OG Mario, like Super Mario Bros. So I have that. We're all good to go. I also now have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and stuff, so I'm already pretty much taken care of as far as the NES is concerned. From here on out, it's like just collecting like Metroid, Kid Icarus, and some of the other like big games, the big name games. I would eventually like to get Final Fantasy on the NES, just because I want to find out like what a big RPG is like on a console that was like not known for its ability to like save data. I have a lot of it. I have like a lot of NES games on my list that are just like strange, in that like they did something specific with the console that is like very unique. Like I have Top Gun and Top Gun 2 for the NES specifically because I really think I think that what they did with the game to make it like work on the NES as like a first-person like cockpit fighter is like really cool. It's still like a 2D effective, like you're playing a HUD essentially, but you also play a like I don't know. It's like in like a fake 3D space that you're playing in. Like it's not really real 3D. Like you get tricked almost into thinking that what you're looking at is like a realistic 3D image. I'm overhyping that. Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. I'm like gaslighting everyone in this chat. My apologies. It's not like fake 3D. It's more like you look like you're approaching or like traveling through a real space when in reality it's just coded or like programmed pictures that are just like slowly like changing one to one, and other effects going on. Like it's just an elaborate wallpaper effectively. But I still think it's like super cool. But if you like look up Top Gun NES gameplay, like you'll know what I'm talking about, where it looks like you are like moving the way like I am right now, like on this like 2D plane. I feel like this is a better example of fake 3D. So 3D, but not really. I got that first place by the skin of my damn teeth. Holy shit. Oh, that's new music. Is this like the end of the tournament? Is it a 5 race kind of deal? Let's find out. I never played F-Zero before. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to play the most tonight is Plock because I heard about Plock because of the music and checked it out. And then eventually I was like, oh, sick, I want to play Plock. So my first time playing Plock at all, which was only the first level, was on the was emulated. And then I just recently, when I was getting F-Zero, I noticed the guy I was getting F-Zero from also had Plock, and I was like, oh, holy shit. I think this is a steal, and I grabbed Plock. So I feel very satisfied that I now get to play Plock on official hardware. Then again, I'm like that at all times. All the time, I'm always really hyped to play, just to play games that I've had or like emulated or like played on like the Switch Online or Virtual Console, and then have it on like the actual hardware. That's just cool to me. I don't know. I might be just insane, which just seems to be the deal. Also, that's why this yellow car is always on the head. They just have like dummy good acceleration. I think I'll race that. I think we'll graduate from Night League to Queen. How far up do like the classes go? Okay, there's 3. There's beginner, standard, and expert. I think we're gonna stay on beginner though. I'm not too confident in my abilities still. I don't know the skill ratings of these vehicles. There's definitely like skill ratings for these suckers. Like, you take the yellow one if you want like the good acceleration, but I guess it just has bad overtake. I think maybe, I don't know, or it might just objectively be the best car. I don't know. My question is, like, the first time I ever really heard about F-Zero realistically was, or I guess not realistically, but technically was through Smash Bros. With Captain Falco. And I always assumed he was like a part of like some like Nintendo like fighting game, or like he was a character introduced specifically to be in like Smash Bros. Or something like that. And then I like learned later down the line from a friend of mine that like no, he's from a game. There's like his own series. So I don't know where Captain Falcon shows up in F-Zero, because as far as I'm aware, this is just like a high speed racing game. As far as I'm aware, that's all this is. Which makes me really interested to know like where does the where does Captain Falcon come from? Which, if anyone has an answer in chat, I would love to read it, because I will eventually play all the F-Zeros, but I also know that there's a lot of F-Zeros that aren't, like, the norm. I think I just actually... No, that was not a person. That was one... I say person as if I'm not fighting, like, racing against 100% NPCs. I thought that was one of the other NPCs, like, that I'm racing against for real. Okay, this is really fun. This is definitely a game I'm going to come back to a lot, just on my own. Though I do know that this is not the most, like... I want to try out Expert, because I think Expert's going to give me that, like, same... Like what I've seen from this game in the past, like, from friends and, like, from just people playing it online. I feel like that's the most likely place that I'll find this from. I feel like I just said a bunch of gibberish there because my brain just effectively split into 2 different focuses. I was focusing so hard on ending the race and also so hard on like trying to have coherent thinking, which I don't have that. I don't have coherent thoughts. They're non-existent. My thinking is constantly erratic, and if I have coherent thoughts, it means I'm like so horribly hyper-focused on something. Okay, so those are like magnets. That's evil. Okay, I don't know how to fight those. I don't know how to counteract the magnets. I'm gonna have to learn. It's gonna be very fast learning, because this is not a very long track. Okay. I can't just race along the line that they're at, so just always be on that side, maybe. I'm only basing that off of what I just saw this green car do. I'm not... Okay, this is like gonna be it. Like, I'm gonna die here. If I don't lock TF in, as the youngins say. As I also totally don't... Okay. Now, I don't think that was my fault. I think that was Greeny's fault. That was definitely Green that did that to me. Yeah, we'll try that one again. And no coherent thoughts here. I'm like, I have to be so horribly like tuned in or like hyper focused on what I'm doing to have any semblance of coherence. Can I not retry races? No, but I can give up. Okay, fuck it, we ball. I will live with my mistakes. I really need to get like a better like setup for like how I treat streams. Because when I play games, I'm usually dead silent. Like, I am so quiet when I am doing streams. I said the wrong words. I am having a tough time right now. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm totally silent when I'm playing video games. Whenever I'm playing games idly, like on my own, chilling, relaxing, etc., I am just alone, usually in my own head, enjoying the game. So when I have to like stream, I have to like ignore my like brain's default response of, okay, you stay completely, totally silent. My brain just instantly is like, okay, we gotta be like totally and completely silent here and focus. But when I stream, I can't do that. I have to shut that part of my brain out and say, no, we're gonna talk, and we're going to at least attempt to be entertaining. Otherwise, we're gonna be like every other random stream that you enter into on YouTube, where the person isn't talking at all. Because like I don't watch streams on YouTube typically because of that reason. I'll hop into someone's stream and they're just like totally dead silent, like not even like making an attempt, even when something is interesting is happening on screen. I do watch a lot of like speedrunners, so that's an exception because I know that they have to focus and sometimes they can talk, but most of the time they don't. Like that, I get. But just like someone like me like right now, just casually playing like a couple of retro games. Like those people, I would imagine, they should try and talk like I'm trying to here, but I also don't want like stuff to feel forced, which is where I've like toyed around with the idea of like having another person on stream with me to help keep my brain at least somewhat put together. But like for retro streams, I don't know who that would be. Like, I have friends of mine who appreciate retro games, but I don't think I have a single friend that is like this into them as I am. Like, collects the consoles and actively participates in game collection. Like, I don't. Off the top of my head, I only know a few friends that even own any retro consoles, like, and can display them with ease, I should say. Like, they don't have to like dig them out of like basically storage. I guess I do have a friend I know of who, whenever there's like retro games that strike his fancy, like stuff that he's like a really big fan of, then he might get them. But it takes a specific game or game series to do that, which is fine. I feel like that's how retro game collecting is for most people, is they're not like in it for the idea of like, oh, these are like old games. Their perception of the whole thing is like, oh, I'm gonna collect like what I'm already a fan of, or like what I played as like a kid. Which is totally fine if you do it that way. That's, you know, we all have our ways to do retro. My way is the horribly self-destructive way of just is item retro. Okay, good. Literally the only class to jump through is there. I'm not that okay. I should say I'm not that shallow about it though. I do try to prioritize the stuff I'm interested in. Again, I have a huge Resident Evil collection that I'm hoping to 100% soon. The only issue with that is I'll have to put down the console collecting and console library building for the purpose of letting Resident Evil Gaiden into my life, which is, I think, probably the single most expensive Resident Evil you can collect. Because it only ever released on the Game Boy Color, I believe, and yeah, it only ever released on the Game Boy Color, and is if you want it complete in box, it's gonna run you like damn near $1,000. It's like $800 something on average for sales. I will eventually get it. I'm hopefully because I'm in school for IT. Hopefully, I can get an actual job in IT administration, which will, I'm praying, give me the money necessary to not only afford to live, but also afford to have fun and do what I currently do, which is collect and play fun retro games. But God forbid I actually get, like, God forbid I actually get money, though. Because it's going to be a never-ending story of just, okay, I don't have money. I'll have the money, and then I'll have, like, I don't know, like, the next day I'll suddenly have, I don't know, like a whole ass console, like, collection of, like every PS2 ever made. Okay, that's a lot of money. Not like that. Okay, let's see. It's a more realistic thing. Yeah. I'll have, like, I'll have complete collections of whole entire series, like, that I'll buy in a single weekend or two. Like, that's more or less what I would probably do. Like, invest in a game room and do stuff like that. Just have, like, a whole ass setup for it. Okay, I don't know. I think it's the white I want to be away from, but I do want to be on, like, the teal or whatever that is. The blue. Alright, this map is requiring me to use, like, a little, like 2% more of my brain than I'm comfortable with. One game I've been playing a lot of since I streamed it was I played so on like last, I don't know, I think it was last week's retro stream. It was the GameCube. I played Sunshine, and after playing Sunshine, like, because the entire week before I've been like in like a slum, or like a slump, I should say. I don't know why I said slum. I've been in a slump with games because I played so much of Xenoblade X when Definitive came out that, like, in my head, like, that was all I could play was Definitive. And I put like 160 hours into that, and I was just forced out of the map. Damn. But yeah, I played so much of X that, like, in my head I was like only allowed to play that game. So I was like in such a huge slump about it. And what ultimately got me out of it was playing Sunshine on that stream, and I was like, oh crap, this is what I want to, like, this is what I want to play right now is Mario Sunshine. So I started, like, actually playing that and getting through my first playthrough of Mario Sunshine. So I've never played it before, at least I've never played it all the way through before until now. Now I'm gonna try to get all 120 shines plus whatever other random amount there is, considering blue coins and such. Okay, blue car, I would love to stay ahead of you because I don't trust my ability to not suck total shit at this game right now. as seen in my power level. God, I'm in dire straits. I need to like stay in that one. I let go of the throttle just for that. I feel like I betrayed like a sense of like my personal self by letting go of the throttle, even just for like healing. I did it again. All right. We've been at this for 30 or so minutes. I feel like that's good enough for me. I will come back to this when I can actually hard focus and not have to like talk. Also, for anyone who doesn't know about this little feature with the SNES, is when you take the game cartridge out, instead of like the N64 or like the NES, where you have to like pull the cart out, the SNES comes with an eject button that you press, and the game just pops out of the top. Like if you press it hard enough, you can actually straight up launch the games. And I think that one aspect alone is sick, and it makes it like my favorite console to eject the cartridges from, simply because you just get a little launch button and you can just smack that sucker and the game just goes flying. I think I'll save the best for last, so we'll go ahead and pop in Mario World. And the best in question is probably going to be Pluck. Why did the console not turn on? Hold up. Come on, SNES. Come on, buddy. You can do it. That's worrying. My SNES is suddenly no longer posting an image. I don't know if it's a problem with my copy of Mario World or not. One minute. I have to troubleshoot this, otherwise we're gonna be SOL. Hold up. See, this is the game that this console came with, and I tested the console originally with this game. I'm like genuinely getting worried now because everything I'm looking at, my diagnosis screen looks good, everything else looks good, but just for some reason this game will not display an image. Okay, I guess no Mario World for right now. Maybe we'll try that again later. Hopefully when I put this next game in, something will actually happen. If nothing happens, I'm gonna get super scared. So I'll go ahead and put a Super Punch out now. Oh, I'm okay. I'm like worried now. Oh my god. Okay, this one works. But it's like working weird. Like there's like this like gray burning going on. Oh no. That's definitely not supposed to be like that unless it oh yeah, no, that's not. Something's wrong. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, damn, I don't know what happened there. I genuinely don't. I didn't even touch the thing. All I did was hit the reset button, and that fixed it. Okay. Anyway, this is Super Punch Out. This is the second game in the Punch Out series. Ooh, wait, there's a continue? Okay, so I know that the oh, there's someone named Alex. Oh, awesome. I don't know who that is. I guess the previous owner, and they've only had one file. How far do they get? Okay, they only got to like minor circuit. I'll start my own new game. We'll just do Rat. I have played this one. I've only ever played it on the NSO. Oh, there's like button setting mode. Okay, yeah, right punch B, left punch Y. That messes me up so bad. I can have right punch be A, left punch be B, and knockout punch is Y. Because that's more in line with the NES version, which is what I'm used to. Yeah, there we go, and hopefully that saved. No. Yeah, that saved. Okay, good. Also, baller that a game, especially a Nintendo game, back in the SNES era that I know of, let you rebind your controls. That was like something that in like some N64 games I felt like I had to fight for. Before I know about this one, is this isn't like the puzzly, like, it doesn't have as much of like the puzzle aspects as the NES and the Wii versions had. Like, you kind of want like tenacity in this one. There we go. So now I can do like the knockout punch, which is like a huge blow. Like, you want to like keep the tenacity up, and then once you have that like S in the bottom, like the super, then you want to go for the blows. Let's see here. Oh no, I didn't get it. I think like with Glass Joe you can get a similar thing there. I say Glass Joe as if that isn't like more like a Don and Flamenco, I think, has like one that's a bit more like that. I don't know. I know this one you can absolutely cream. I've never seen a full run of this game, so I have no idea what the fighting order is, except for I know it's this guy and then Bear Hugger. Which, for those of you who played the Wii game, you're like, Bear Hugger's the second fight? Because normally Bear Hugger is in like the I forget what the medium circle's called. I think it's just you go from minor, major, and then like the champion circle. But yeah, he's in like the major circuit in the Wii version. But no, here he's just the second. He's the second fight. I don't remember if there's any like particular gimmick to him. Fight! I think I have to like. Okay, yeah, all right. I think I gotta go wait for the hug itself to happen. So we do that, bait the hug, then go up, and then we punch him. There we go. And then like he like laughs you off if you try to punch his gut. Go attack him now. I know I can attack him now. Game. Okay, hit him in the face. I don't know if he's like what's his bucket in the Wii version and NES version. What's his face? I say what's his. That's very. I almost just said Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's a real guy. Holy shit. I feel bad now. King Hippo. Oh my god. King Hippo. I didn't know if you like King Hippo where you only had to down him once. dying.
Got it.
Actually, I don't know if the I just was like thinking like, do the bumpers do anything? I don't think they do. Be cool if they did though. Like, it'd be cool if your dodge was like you could do stuff with the bumpers. But I also know that you don't need to, because Punch-Out's like a super simple game, which is why I love it. Where all you have to really focus on is just getting your hits in. And instead of a Piston Honda, we have Piston Hurricane. They're from the same family tree. Or the same club, the same group.
Fight.
I think I'm gonna keep my tenacity up here. Oh. Okay, he's got like some of like Great Tiger's moves. He just keeps doing it. Yeah, those were Great Tiger.
Fight.
Okay, I need to like get that like cycle as I have like. Yeah, I need that kind of cycle as I have the gut punch from him doing that stuff. Like I can get those. Okay, I'm sucking balls at this one. I don't know why like Piston Hurricane, the third fighter in the game, is giving me so much grief. I think it's because I'm so used to like the NES version that like this one is like messing me up. Like I'm like trying to decipher a puzzle that just I don't feel like is there. That's it. I'm KO'd. I really want to find out what happened to Mario World, because I'm like worried about that, because Mario World wasn't necessarily like expensive, but it also wasn't necessarily cheap. It was 12 bucks. And if it's a cart problem, I would rather fix it, but I also don't have like any of the materials to fix a cart. Like, heaven forbid I have to like resolder something. So I do not have a soldering kit. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but give me an opening. Piston Hurricane. I really wish I could, like, I don't know if this game has, like, openings that I can just get instant KOs off of. I'm pretty sure it does. Like, it's gotta. Like, that was one of the biggest things about Punch-Out. Though I kind of, I don't know, there's, like, no new Punch-Outs coming out, and I always keep saying, like, I wish there could be. Okay, I don't like that I can interrupt him initially, and then he can still do this. Like, him still being able to continue that combo, even though I interrupted it technically. I don't know, I'm not like a humongous fan of that. But it's all about learning the fights in Punch-Out. It's all about learning what you're up against and being able to react. I think this guy is meant to teach you movement. Like, the first guy was like a little like one of everything. Whereas this guy's a little bit of like, okay, you're want to time your punches good. Okay, that was that opening. Yeah, I really wish. Okay, maybe you can. Maybe if you have like a super punch there at the beginning of that and you save it up, with like the right timing, you can get a hit that instant KOs him. Because that's how that would typically work. But I also know my own personal super punch out skills are just not there for that. I do want to get like super good at punch out though, because it just feels like a game that I could get a lot of like rewarding. Like I get a lot of satisfaction out of a game like punch out, just playing and getting really good at just the timings and like deciphering the puzzles. Okay, so see, I got it. There we go. That's what I would have got. I got the hit, and then it ended up not mattering.
1, 2, fight!
Okay. I like the pieces of this game are starting to come together, I think. But then, like, every time I think something happens, it doesn't. Because I keep, like, thinking almost as in, like, Punch-Out, like, terms. Like, NES and Wii Punch-Out terms. Which is not correct. I really, right here, I need to, like, focus, like, actually focus on, I don't know how to do that one. That one's a lot of like specific. I had it earlier when I was just sidestepping like every other frame. Okay, I have one more try, I believe. If I can get it this try. I'm gonna try to focus way more on like actually properly playing the game. So I know I can open up and get my Super Punch meter full just by abusing him. And actually dodging at the right time. Okay, kinda gotten it. There's like a timing you gotta like strike there. But it's so finicky.
1, 2, fight!
No, I wasn't paying enough attention, and I genuinely do not remember if it said that the guy I'm playing as is Little Mac. I'm pretty dang sure it is. Like, I'm almost certain that this is Little Mac. It's just a version of him that is unfamiliar to my eyes. Okay, maybe I do have to do this weird, like,
3, 4.
I gotta dodge, like, in and out. It's like this, then this. Yeah, I think that's what I've gotta do there. Like, that seems right. Okay, I can get at least one KO in. I know how to get back here, so this should be just fine. Okay, he always opens up a... Okay, I can get those in. It's all about just dodging the hit instead of greeting for it. Okay, maybe I have to take my hand off the right side and just do... I don't know, I'm like... I feel like I'm coming up with strategies, but I also feel like in my head, like, I'm coping. I don't know why that's the case. I also just realized this game is ultra quiet. Don't know why. Dang, little Mac, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't beat Piston Hurricane. We've got this next time, bud. Just you wait. You and me, we can do this. Minor, yeah, it's minor, major, world. Okay, not champion. All right, Gabby J. I don't know. I have like reservations about beating up an old guy. However, he's not like not strong, but he's also not like super strong. Which I don't know. Not being super strong on the Super Nintendo, that's a bit of a weakness, sir.
Come on. Come on.
I am glad, like, this version, the boxers do actually, like, dodge your hits a lot more often, which is awesome. Because usually they just, like, take them, or, like, they'll block them, or, like, try to take them as if they're, like, a... I don't know, like a bullet sponge, but, like, for boxing. Like, I feel like they try to do that, but then it doesn't work out. Oh, I definitely greeted hard there. I was like, okay, I can get like an opening for my knockout punch, and then I proceeded to take 2 hits because I was so focused on getting the rapid hits. So that's my punch out toxic trait, is thinking I can do things. I guarantee you after this stream I'm gonna look up the speedrun of this game and like just get my ass totally handed to me. And I'll realize, like, well, holy shit, I was playing like a total stupid dummy fucking idiot. Which is already kind of happening. It's already kind of happening here. Also, damn, I did not get a better time than my first try when I felt like I played cleaner. Okay, this one, no excuse if I play like shit. Because I know how this fight works now. It's kind of like King Hippo, where you gotta wait till his mouth opens, but you just bait the hug. Oh, damn. Okay, so, yeah, if I can get him like that, and I can, like, knock his face up, I can do one of those. And by one of those, I mean... not the kind where he just sits there and takes it in the stomach. And grins at me like, ah, you hit me in the tummy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fight!
Okay. There's still like those like little like, there's like still like these little like nuances from the original Punch Out in here that make me like believe that like some of that tech is still possible, and it probably is. I'm just being weird about it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like I can get like punches in like with the right timing. But then like I never find like openings where I think like, oh, if I do a knockout punch here, it'll get like an instant KO. It's almost like I perpetually have 1 star in regular NES Punch Out. It feels like that's like all the damage I get off on them. Anyway, we're going back to Piston Hurricane, baby. I will find out how to instant KO this guy during the Hurricane Rush, because I hate that move so much. Get back. Maybe I could just infinite this guy. Okay, survival is like, surviving that is like a whole weird endeavor. I definitely played that so much better than the first time, but like I don't know, I just feel like I did something worse. Okay, I didn't go down in the first round, or like the first KO though. So at least I didn't do that. Okay, I keep forgetting he just does that. Okay, there we go. I kind of locked in there. I'm like kind of like mashing just the right. I'm just mashing the right D-pad there and hoping for the best. Also, it does not take a lot of hits to get KO'd in this game compared to NES. Like, it's not a lot in that game either. I keep greeting the openings of these fights. I should know he does uppercuts. I need to read what he's doing. I can get interrupts like this off, like really good, like when he's like trying to go for punches. But it's so inconsistent. I think it's more or less just like you gotta do everything perfectly at certain intervals to make it work. Then again, at the same time, I keep thinking about this the same way I think about, you know, Mike Tyson's or Wii Punch Out, which is not the case. I need to like switch this thought to like, okay, I'm playing Super Punch Out for the SNES. Different thing. But if I can't beat this guy on this try, we'll just move on. I might, after this one, to avoid moving to block what I would feel is too early. Interesting trade there. Interesting trade. Mash. Mash and pray and hope and pray and hope. Hope and do things way too early.
2, 3, 4. Fight!
I did it again. I did it again. I started the KO by punching. I think I'm just gonna keep that in my brain right now. Like I'm gonna think right now, do not punch out of KO. Because the last thing I needed to do after after getting hit out of a KO is the last thing I need to do after like losing all that health is get hit out of a KO. When I could open up with a punish like that.
1, 2, fight!
Getting trades in this one is so interesting. Okay. I think the reason why I'm having like a tough time not treating this guy like an NES punch out character is because he has moves remnant of Great Tiger. And I keep thinking like, oh, I'm fighting Great Tiger, but like I'm not. Like, clearly I'm not. Like, I'm trying to use some of the dodging muscle memory of Great Tiger. But Great Tiger is not nearly this fast, nor is he nearly this, like, punishing.
Piston Hurricane! Fight!
I think these gut punches are just where it's at. I might be able to, like, infinite gut punch with good timing this thing. No, he's just too fast. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I get, like, a good, like... I'll get, like, a knockout gut punch. And that's what it's, that's what's gonna help me out. Mate, perhaps that's the strat. Perhaps that will be what I go for. I greeted again. I was doing so good. I was doing so good, and then I greeted again.
1, 2,
Okay, he's gonna come out of this, and he's going to instantly hook. I'm going to instantly throw one of these suckers. No, it's not gonna work out. He's doing his walking around. So I have to wait for him to do these punches. I have to wait for him to throw the punches here, and then I hit him in the face. Okay, I have the dodge timing a little bit better down for that. Like not enough to do it like consistently every single time, but enough that I could potentially do it with at least some mild consistency. Like, I've survived a few of those. Like, I feel like just surviving, like, a couple of those is, like, the good thing here. Okay, I at least did 2 KOs this time. Before getting TKO'd. Okay, TKO off the grid. Absolutely what I deserve. That is abso-freaking-lutely what I deserve, is a TKO off the grid after getting, like, a new PB. Someone is, like, bound to be watching this right now who knows how this game works. It is just sitting there, like, head in their hands, just like, how is he this stupid? Please. For the love of God. Just do it right.
fight!
Okay, he's gonna step to the side here pretty soon for his Hurricane Rush. Okay, I think he was at low anyway. I have no idea whether or not I can verify that that's just like a KO.
Fight!
Like an instant KO, like a triggered instant KO off of a gut punch at the beginning of the rush. Okay, I should be able to beat him here because I have 0 KOs of my own. I've gotten him twice. Definitely the cleanest of this I've ever gotten. I'm waiting out all the right punches. I need to know that he'll do follow-ups on his left hooks. Okay, so yeah, a gut punch going into it, I think that actually is a knockout. Like that right there verified that for me. Don't need to be super. It just needs to be a gut punch, not a face punch, a gut punch, and like it has to be at like the right timing. Okay, that like that's like set in stone for me in my head now. It's like I can gut punch him out of that. I feel like I can get that consistent now. Now that I have that kind of knowledge. Bald bull in the minor circuit. Bald bull in the minor. Bald bull in the. Again, I have never seen a playthrough of this game. Bald bull in the minor circuit is crazy to me. And I have. Only experience I have with Bald Bull is NES, and he seems somewhat consistent with NES Bald Bull, but like not so much so that I feel like I could like actually get this fight. However, I'm really good at doing that, so I think I'll keep taking that. Okay, never mind. I feel like I can pretty easily do Bald Bull. I think my knowledge of Bald Bull from NES is really helpful here. So I have a lot of like his usual like fight timings down. I didn't expect him to start with the Bull Rush, but then again, what should I expect? Also, I've always loved the Bald Bull's like expressions when being hit. Like, doesn't matter what game. Okay, I don't need to do much here. I just need to not suck. I need to not be the worst. There we go. That's all I needed to do, is just not be the worst. That's probably the easiest Bald Bull fight I've ever had. There you go, Little Mac. We got past the minor circuit finally. After hours of torture at a guy who ultimately, now that I think about it, is not that bad. Look at him. Look at our champ. Look at Little Mac and his iconic, totally has always looked that way look. Where's Doc Lewis? I miss him. I'm about to oh, that's such a name. Such a name there. Bob Charlie from Jamaica. I had something I was gonna say. It was on my mouth and it was on its way out, and I don't know what it was. I cannot remember for the life of me if it had anything to do with Punch Out or not. I would love to get a Wii hooked up and actually do like a Punch Out Wii stream. Oh my, that was a cool move. Holy, Bob Charlie, that was a really cool move. I actually really loved that. That was awesome to look at. See, that's what I like about Punch Out. If you've never played the games, you'll just see something that one of the fighters does, and it wows you. Like, this guy's like really good at fake outs, and I really appreciate that. It's awesome. Like, you think he's going for like his big hitter, but no, he's not. He started dancing around. Started fairy floating. Dang, okay, if you get hit by those doubles, it's big damage. Okay, I genuinely do not remember if I've downed him once. I will at least have downed him once here. Yeah, no, this is the first down I've gotten on him. For sure. Unless that's two. I don't... Like, this is like minutes ago, and I don't remember. Ooh, I fucked that up. That was like my opportunity. That was like my chance. That was my superstar moment, and I blew it. I blew it. Oh dear. Yay! I love the little yay sound effect. It's awesome. I would love to know why this game is so quiet.
Bob Charlie. Fight!
Okay, raise their fist and let their guard down. So I don't want to spam gut punches, but I also want to like do them quickly. Because like, the earlier the frame I do them on, the better. Okay, I think I should dodge the next couple of those so like I can see what the attack looks like as it finishes out. So I can probably glean better timing from that. That's definitely his instant KO moment is right there. When he's floating on down. There's probably something right there too when he does his big double punch. Okay, here it comes. 1, 2, 3. He just missed that. Okay. So like, there's like definitely like a window there as he's coming in for that third that you can get a KO on. Like there's definitely something there. It's all about timing it and figuring out what that is. Okay, as he's like doing that like side thing, gotta just know, don't approach him. Ah, dude, I saw it coming and I was like, all right, dodge out. You just see, so he's so fast with it. Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3. Ah, the timing on that is so tight. I love this fight though. He just does not hold back. He is so fast and he fakes you out. That's awesome. And his name is Bob Charlie. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over that. This is like the naming conventions have always been something about Punch-Out that I've loved. I especially love Bob Charlie here. It feels like I've been like whisked away from the land, like the familiar land of Punch-Out. Like I'm now in like JoJoville right now. Like I feel like I'm fighting like some dude's stand named Bob Charlie. Okay, we go. No, I'll dodge this. Or he'll not do it. Okay. See, he does the fakes out. He does the fake outs everywhere. He does the fake outs literally everywhere. That's really interesting. Okay, I need to start going for the headshots again because those do actually do more damage. Like I can interrupt the fake outs with some of this. Okay, let's see. Oh, like we went right for it. Okay, that's like the thing to look out for. You just gotta watch what he's doing. Absolutely loving this guy though. See, when I first played this game on the NSO, it was an I don't know if I'm gonna like it kind of deal. Like I really just did not know if I was going to enjoy it all that much. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't get it. Maybe I have to. I'm trying to go for a gut here, but I think I have to go for. I think I have to go for like in that moment. I have to go for more of like a headshot, and get him in the back of the head. I think that might be the play there. Because the timing doesn't seem like. The timing doesn't seem that hard. It just has to be something I have to like know what to do and when to do it. So it's like a practice makes perfect kind of deal. All right, I believe with that, that's enough. That's enough Super Punch Out. I wanna find out what's going on with my copy of Super Mario World, because that genuinely is scary to me. Because I care a lot about my copy of Super Mario World because I love that game. And like this worries me. Like I almost think it's like a problem with the SNES. Like that's what I almost think this is. Okay, yeah, no image again. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna troubleshoot this for like just a second. I will be right back. I'm just gonna be below the mic, so you will not be able to hear me at all. Okay, that is the most scuffed setup I've ever made in my life. I'm terrified right now. It is ever so slightly pulled away from the bottom of the pin board, or the pin socket. And I know what that can do to the games, especially the console sometimes. So I'm like, I'm a little stressed. I'm gonna erase Mario C. These are all the same, by the way. These, actually, I'm gonna erase all of them. Not a single one of those was like real. They were all 6 levels completed, and they're at the exact same part of the game. And now I have no controls. Oh, I guess it was just a cutscene. See, I've only ever played this on the Nintendo Switch Online once again. So my exposure to this is simply the versions that don't have weird things going on with them. But I do love me some Mario. And I have fallen to the classic folly of the bullet bill hitbox just being absolutely massive. And by massive, I mean more like precise. That's the, See, in my head, the jump button is the one that, it's like a whole different ordeal. Like, I feel like jump is, B or A. Yeah, A. But, in reality, no, it is not. The jump button is a completely different, whole different ordeal. This is the A is like the spin button, and B is the actual jump. And the spin's good because you can just instant kill things. I know this one gets like touted as being like of the harder Marios. Like this is probably one of the hardest Marios. Like I definitely see it, but I also kind of don't. Cause I beat this doing speedrun strats on the Switch Online version, and I didn't think it was that bad. Like it was definitely a bit more like precise than some other Mario games, but like it wasn't like so precise that I like couldn't enjoy what I was playing. Like, it was definitely difficult, but I don't know. In my head, like, some of the more, like, interesting Marios, like Mario 2, in my head is harder. Or at times, even, like, new Super Mario Bros. Is harder. I mean, I guess of the OG, like, 2D releases, perhaps this one is more difficult. I don't know. I feel like that's like a pick your poison up to you kind of deal. I really hope I'm not coming off as like a Mario elitist here. I really hope that's not the case because I do not want to be that. Just take this with me. Let's go. Okay. Now I can take the P switch into any level I want, right? That's how this works. I know it's not how it works, but it'd be really funny. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on stream, but my first video game ever was a Mario. It was Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. And I had it for Game Boy Pocket, which was the console my dad had at the time. Like I think I was having like a surgical thing done when I was like a little kid, and I was like freaked out by it. So in order to keep me from not being freaked out, they were like, okay, well, why don't we get you a video game? So they introduced like, oh, this is like what a video game is. This is like a little interactable thing. Like you can like, it's like a TV show, but you can play it. I think was how they somewhat described it to me, and ever since then I've just had an affinity for just playing the game. So I'll have to thank you, you Dad, for being the sole reason I have invested literal thousands of dollars into garbage. But it's fun and colorful garbage, so it's like cool. I think. Does that work? Does that work, guys? Like, if you have a problem with spending a lot of money on like a thing, it's okay as long as it's like cool. Like it passes in some capacity. What is this mole? Like this Monty mole is just like absolutely like torching me right now. I'm getting mogged by a Monty mole. Also, apologies if I used the word mogged there incorrectly. I don't know how to use that word. I don't think I ever learned how to use that word. I know it has to do with like normally like someone having like better like facial features than you. All I know is what the words are. I don't know what they mean in like today's kids speak, slang speak, whatever you want to call it. I can't wait to become like the retro tuber on my second channel, where I just become old man yells at cloud, where I talk about like a feature I don't like from a newer game, and I compare it to a feature from an older game. And I'm just like, see guys, it was so much better back when we couldn't do that at all, and when developers wished we could do stuff like that. I think that's actually one of the things. Okay, I'm gonna have my old man yells at cloud moment now, but like in reverse. I feel like a lot of people need to realize that a lot of like the stuff that we do in like modern platformers, like a big one is like the 3D Mario games. Like the movement that we do now with those is from like countless years of experimenting with that style in the older games, and seeing what we can do with like the new hardware. And like, yeah, the Wii was like a weird departure from like the standard that we were doing for a while. So like between like Sunshine, I guess 64 and Sunshine, there were a lot of like key differences that that sprung up as a result of that. But I'm sure if like you asked like the 64 devs what they thought of like the controls in Sunshine, they would probably be very happy to see, like, at the time, I guess. They'd probably be really happy to see, like, all, like, the new stuff they could do. Especially with, like, the more powerful GameCube console. Because I don't think people realize this enough. Like, people, like, nowadays have, like, this idea that, like, Nintendo's, like, in a class of their own when it comes to things, because they're so unique when it comes to, like, other game development studios and, like, game hardware manufacturers. But the whole thing is that they only got that where they are now because they stopped competing. With like the on like because you know how like Sony and like Xbox will compete. They stopped doing that. And the time they stopped was around the same time the GameCube came out. So the reason the GameCube's like in a league of its own when it comes to like old Nintendo consoles is because they like that console for them was the last time they ever tried to like be on the same bar as Sony, as Xbox. It was Microsoft with Xbox. That was the last time they ever tried to compete hardware-wise. And I believe the reason why, correct me if I'm wrong, is because they thought that it would be boring to continue doing that because then the competition would be stale, the games would be the same games as effectively on every single console, and they didn't want to like lose their sense of like uniquity. Which I absolutely can't. I don't blame them for. Sometimes I think like now like collecting like even just like PS3 versus other like console release games. PS3 versus like Xbox, or like I think right now for me it's like PS2 versus like Xbox versus like Dreamcast and stuff like that. There's like a lot of there's like a big disparity for those because I feel like a lot of the games that I'm collecting I could just get on another console. I have to make these exceptions. One moment, I need to mute. Someone is coming to my. My apologies. My lovely family has come to remind me that I still live in a house, and like they're letting me know that dinner's ready, which is about my cue to end stream then in that case. So I think what we'll do, because I still want to play Plock, is we'll finish up this level. I'm gonna quickly. Ooh, I forgot about that. Quickly swap over to Plock. Or maybe not actually. I don't know. I think I'll have to just live with the consequence of the late stream not being able to get to everything because it's a late stream. We'll just fight this guy here. Dang. I don't know what went wrong there besides me sucking total shit. I don't know when they started putting like the secret boxes next to the boss doors. I don't believe it was until like I think I survived here. Yeah, I survived. I don't think they started doing that until like the new SMB series. You know, I've been going for an hour and 40. This is longer than I have been. I think this is a victory for me. Dang. I think the issue here is I'm playing this as if I were playing the Nintendo Online version, where I have more, I guess, free control of Mario. Like doing stuff like this just feels more consistent. Like I have to get used to doing this with a SNES controller, like an actual controller, and with all like the bits and fun bobs that this has. little interesting. I don't feel like I'm using the bumpers with any of the games that like I've been playing tonight. I don't feel like any of these have made like apt use of the yeah, I don't feel like any of those were like using any of these games are like using apt use of the bumpers. Like why it make my head right now it's like why have the bumpers if you're not like using them? But there must be a reason because like this game especially came out when the SNES was like brand new. Like this was a pack-in title. So people weren't, I guess, I don't know, maybe like the idea was like people weren't like used to using them and the developers weren't used to using them in dev, so they didn't like find reasons for it. Like in my head for this game, if I was a dev, I would be like, oh, we have like the spin button and we have like these, you know, really easy to reach bumpers. Maybe I could put the spin jump on the bumper. So I'm doing more with my hand instead of kind of like awkwardly moving my thumb across these 4 buttons. However, I could also just be like a super stinker. So who knows? Anyway, this is the point that all of those other saves were at, was right here, and none of them had progressed past this point. So I'm gonna start this level just to see if like there's like a problem or something with like the copy of the game, because I have a copy of like I think it's, yeah, it's a copy of Amazing Spider-Man for the 3DS, which had like a huge problem with some copies of the game just didn't have I don't remember what it was. Like there was like a problem with like one of the saves and how it worked, like one of the level clear conditions, and it resulted in like probably one of the worst like save corruptions I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that level is clearable, so I can at least guarantee that this cartridge isn't like totally bunk. However, I'm also still worried because it's still like I can't plug it all the way into the SNES. I don't know. I think I'll get that figured out in due time. Can I save the game, or is that like a no-no from this point in time? I didn't want to do that. Plus select. Yeah, okay, I can do it like that. Okay. What if I hold? No, okay. Let me see if I can save the game by like going in here. Oh, she's not here right now. I know. Nah, it takes me out here. I'm gonna... What else prompted me to save the game? I know this up here did. Nope, can't do that a second time. Alright. Oh, well, I have to do Donut Plains twice. That woe is me. I want to figure out why the audio has been so quiet. Like, it's... Like, my Elgato has just been so quiet this whole time, and I don't know what happened ever since. I think F-Zero damaged my damn SNES. Holy shit. Oh, well. I'll get that all figured out. Let me get you guys on the end stream here. Pull that up, and yeah, we'll go ahead and end stream. I just ejected the Super Mario World, and I tried turning off the console first. It wouldn't do it. It wouldn't. So I had to eject I had to do the thing you're not advised to do, and I ejected the cartridge and then turned the console off. No clue what the ramifications of that are going to be. God only knows. Anyway. A little upset we couldn't play Plock tonight. I think I'll play Plock when I get back from my dinner. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, F-Zero is totally fun, and so is Super Punch-Out. I feel like those are games I will return to. In general, the SNES is just a fun game console to collect for, because there's a lot of like, there's a lot of garbage for it. The NES had a lot of garbage as well, and the SNES has a lot of garbage. But I think that's like the thing with like consoles is there's a lot of garbage. Like for instance, today I got like I'm currently fixing up two PS4s for someone, and in the disk drive there was stuck what I would consider to be garbage, which is Madden 23. Which I guess if you like football, pretty cool, but I don't know. Just like in my head, they just churn those out every single year. So in my head, those games have like replaced the I don't know, like the random scribbly platformer that was made in like 14 days. But yeah, no, the SNES is super fun. There's a lot of really cool games for it, and I would hope that I can get a lot of I can build a substantial SNES library in the future. But who knows? If I have a problem with my SNES now, though, I might have to look at fixing it up. Who knows? But yeah, it was a good SNES stream. Again, totally sad we couldn't play Block. I think I'll do that another time though. I think I'll like set aside a whole stream just for Block. Because Pluck is like a level. It's kind of like Mario World, where it's like like a level based platformer, and it has some really awesome tunes. So I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the audio as well and get that fixed for that next stream. I've been doing weekly streams as of late with like the consoles I've got. I might do a PlayStation stream next week. I don't think I will though. So I'd say next stream probably gonna be 2 weeks from now, first week of first real week of June, and I will hopefully be able to do 12 p.m. that day. Maybe not. We'll see. If I can't do 12 p.m., I'll just postpone stream another week or so. I would like to get back to doing streams on Fridays. If I do, then those streams will be later in the day, and I'm not going to be able to escape it. But it seemed like we had a pretty decent amount of people in tonight. Like I feel like I need to strike a chord where I can get the most of like my North American viewers, but also be at a time where my European and Asian viewers can also show up and not have to miss every single stream and watch the VODs back. But it's tricky. I'll get it figured out eventually. And speaking of getting things figured out, the next video I'm still working on like the initial stuff for. I have a general guideline down for my time with Resident Evil. I now just need to start the process of writing out the intro and mapping out exactly what I want to talk about after that point, which is difficult because unlike the other My Time With series videos and the next one I'm making after this one, I genuinely don't remember past the first 2 or 3 Resident Evil games which ones I played in order and exactly when I played them, because I kind of got access to a lot of them all at the same time. And it wasn't just like a digestible, oh, I played 1, so now I'll play 2. I played 2, now I'll play 3. It was like I started with a random ass, like, arguably side spin-off game, and then I jumped directly into Resident Evil 4 for mobile, and then I jumped from that into G-Generation. Past that, I have no clue. I have no idea what I played next, so I'll probably have to figure out how I'm going to talk about that. I might just have to make a brand new type of My Time With and have that be the evolution of that series. I don't know. It's all a big grand trick, but I'll get it figured out in the end. But yeah, thank you all for popping in and watching. There was one person in here the entire time. Don't know who you are. Awesome person, but hi, love you. Love that you were here the whole time. I really appreciate that, because usually when I'm talking into a box of 0, it kind of feels disheartening. I think I felt more inclined to power through that because that number was at least something past 0. So whoever you are, absolutely thank you. I really appreciate it. I think FHT. I'm gonna call you Fit. I'm just gonna say Fit if that's wrong. I don't know. I'd say tell me, but I'm about to end the stream, so my apologies. Thank you, Fit, for coming in and just saying hi. Really appreciate that as well. And anyone watching the VOD or anyone watching at all, really appreciate that. I love all you guys. You're the reason why I continue to even try to do this kind of stuff, because otherwise I don't think I would. I think I would just go back to stalking internet forums and making posts in there like I used to back in the day. Back in the archaic times where the only way to like find a group of people was to go and go into chat rooms and just ask people, do you like Star Wars? And then you get into a discussion about Star Wars for like an hour. But yeah, thank you all for popping in. I really appreciate every single one of you. If I don't see you, have a great rest of your evening, rest of your week. I hope next week is good for you guys as well, because it is the weekend. And as we come into summer, I hope you guys have a great warm season. But yeah, thank you all for popping in, and bye-bye.